Keaton here again with another video. Today will be a not a challenge I made for because I'm creating a character right now. Having problems with designing weapons, like what clothes to put on him, what type of clothes should I put on him. That, and if you have problems with this too, you can use this too. So for this challenge, you might be wondering why I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I'm gonna roll a dice here, just a dice actually made out of clay. Now, whatever that lands on, I have to use that, like, characteristic or that clothes. So, yep, that's what we're doing today. And see what we will get. The first one will be rolling. Let's see here. Hair, slick back, messy, just cover with a hat, bald. Classic hair, normal hair. I didn't know what hair to choose on him. Hope I get slick back or cover with a hat. Let's see here. A 4. Oh, wait, no. 4 or that. Wait, I'm using different dice. Oh, 1 slick back. So we got number 1, which will do slick back. The other one kind of didn't work. Slick back hair for a shirt. It doesn't really matter. I don't even care what shirt it is, but 4 leather jacket. Okay, it's kind of similar. Because this is if you're wondering what character is this, this is actually the. No, I think you already know it already. It's for the story I'm creating, and this is the character's dad. So I have to like make up a name for him and that leather jacket. So it's kind of similar. For a hat, a 2. Oh, that fits the like a guitar hat, like a guitar design on his hat. Which is nice because he works at a guitar shop actually. Just want a mustache or a no mustache. I hope I put a mustache on. 4 mustache. Okay, mustache it is. Let's see. So first, I'll just be drawing the hat. I have trouble drawing the hat sometimes. Or I can always have it. Draw his hair first, see what it looks like. Always draw your hair in chunks so you can identify what parts of the hair, and it's easier to draw hair that way. So this older gen. So it's be more like 56. He looks good looking now, but I'm gonna make him more grungy. So I have a lot of hair. What's that mustache? I don't like seeing him like this. There you go. There you go. That looks better. That looks way better. There. That was a quick transition. That's for sure for a character. So a beer. The reason I just chose it. So I want this character to be like, it looks older. In his 50s. And when you draw older people, you might notice they might have something under their cheeks, kind of like a line with the puffiness. So there. Keep in mind if you're drawing like an older character or a person, look for those characteristics. stick some. The shadows there. Make him look angry. Cause this. How should I make? Should I do no hat? Should I do? I know I want a hat on him. So, should I make a hat on him? I can put a hat somewhere else, like his hand here. Yeah, let's do that. Put a hat here. I didn't plan to put a hat. I just thought, what characteristics will fit in for this character? Hat, mustache, a leather jacket, which I want this to be kind of old school jacket. How do I look like? I don't want to make this character too handsome. That's for sure. I think that he's way too handsome right now. I think he doesn't look old at all. He looks young. So I'm trying to make have some people like little puffing those fur fins on their leather jackets. So I have that. Kind of grouchy. Maybe like yeah, I think there. There. So one thing about your characters, designs, or anything like that, you want to plan things out. If you don't know what you're gonna do, maybe you can just do like this. I know these, like this type of like challenge, having writing, because it's hard to decide what characteristics to put into your character, and sometimes that's like what I said in my other videos, is to write the character's backstory, or at least have a backstory, or if you're making a character you don't know, and sometimes that always helps. Like find a perfect clothes for him. Have a belt on him. I'm gonna have one of those big belts, yeah. That's right. Draw his jeans here. There. I think he looks good. Leather jacket. Do your X and Y method. Make it look the clothes or no, when you wear clothes, it's not just flat. You want to add some dimension. So there's a little bit like when you wear clothes, these little shadows. So X and Y method where you put like a Y kind of shadow and like an X and X Y method kind of thing. But it's kind of like that. You'll get it once you, if you're starting to draw clothes or you're designing clothes or whatever. And just look at references. 99% of your art is copying or observing. So my recommendation would be is to observe and see, because I took this pose from Pinterest. Doesn't mean like I suck at drawing poses, even though they're hard to draw poses, but it's good to like probably grab a reference, make sure the anatomy is right. Just making sure everything's right. So it's always good to check and have that backup. Yeah. I'm gonna ink this now, where I'll do watercolors, but I'll just do inking for this video. But it's a really good challenge. I would recommend do challenges like that. It's a really good exercise. I just thought of this on the weekend. I was like, because I did this for my drawing where I'm starting, like, I don't know what characteristics, or almost like I took inspiration from Sam Sam Does Art. He did a challenge, except it's on the phone, and that works too also, because this is pretty unique. This one you can do yourself, right? You can just put like things that you want on the character, right? And you roll the dice. And you're like, okay, I don't mind that. The reason I just added multiple things is that I maybe like the other jacket, but I don't like a shirt. Like I just added things that I don't like, and then other things I might like on the character. So you never know. Never doubt yourself if like a characteristic looks bad on them. Just at least try it out on the characters. So it's like trying clothes on, right, and see what looks good. And you never know that looks good on the character, right? Like I said, Sam Does Art. His challenge for that is like it's on the phone, and then you choose as basically choosing the base color scheme. Different things more detailed in this, but this is just like clothes and stuff. But I thought it's always unique like that. So I'm gonna ink this character now to the size 3, like a thin fine pen, and I can carefully ink this. Just take your time when you're inking. Goatee. Sometimes because I didn't thought this type of beard would look good on him. It kind of looks like Chris Hemsworth, if I'm being honest. Thor having that long hair. That's what I really thought it would look good. Kind of looks like, yeah, it kind of looks like Thor, except they're both dads. So I'm just taking my time. And after this, I'll do watercolors, but I don't think I can fit in one video, so I'm just gonna do inking. See the head there. If you want to draw hair, you want to add this space. So imagine this is your skin. You want to add this much volume to make it looks like hair, right? People could tell that's hair instead. It looks like they're balding. You don't want your character to be bald unless you wanted to. If you want to, have an evil backstory. I don't know. I don't think nobody wants their character balding. Especially me. My characters. Most of my characters are, unless you're making like an older character. But yeah. That is fluffy. And one thing I like to leave for if I'm drawing like fluffy stuff I said I don't do like that there. I only did that because I want to connect it. But yeah, I just leave a little bit of space and add a little bit like that fluff. Leave it. It gives more character. So I just took that from Marvel Comics. If you read Marvel Comics, usually they have leave a little bit of space and fur. Give that character. I think it's always pretty cool. Now, since I said that, it kind of looks like Wolverine instead of Thor. It's like a mix of Wolverine and Thor. I'm talking about the belt here. You know how your shirt kind of, I don't know if that's realistic, if that the shirt hangs that much down. But yeah. I think the reason why I like the leather jacket on my characters is because it looks really cool. It's hard. It's a temptation not put every character in leather jackets or some. Sometimes they look good on them, but most of the time, if you wear a leather jacket, it's really cool. Sometimes it can be bulky in real life, but why not just wear it? It's pretty cool. Just adding, showing the lines. You're showing the shirt is pulling down. So that's why, like I said, you gotta observe what your characters wearing and what the clothes are doing. Yeah. Yeah. Hatching, yeah. Hatching is always useful. I would say hatching is my favorite. Always experiment different shading techniques, not like the same generic. I'm not gonna say generic. If you like, like shading like that. I don't know how to shade with pens. I don't know. You can like do that, but no. There's more cycle keys here since I put a jacket there. Space with cap. I find it gives more characteristic if I don't cover the hair with a hat. I'm glad I didn't add a hat. That's why you gotta like tell yourself, does this look good? Do people? How do I make this character iconic too? Right. So if you're putting a character in a movie or something, like I would recommend like first do a sketch, obviously, and then do turnovers. So like what I mean by turnovers, if you don't know what I mean by that, is I'm just trying to reference here. Yeah. Now how in Disney movies they have, if you've seen like the art books or whatever, or you have a art book, Disney animators usually have a 360 sketch of the character, and then they can see what are the most let's see, what's the word, what characteristic pops out the most that people notice, right? But yeah, another thing you can do is sketch your character, and then paint it black. Don't even worry. Just draw the character. Make sure you do it good. It doesn't matter if it's, it doesn't, don't put the characteristics in since you're just gonna cover the whole thing black. But pick a pose or something that's iconic to them, right? Like if you look at Spider-Man, Spider-Man has a specific pose or other characters you can think. Some characters, all characters mostly have an iconic pose, right? So that's what you want to do with that. So it's going to cover this in. This is going to be dark. Add some shadows here. The belt too. And then, yeah. And see what characters, what really pops about them. And you gotta think of, why do I want this character to have this specific design? You know, like, really, this character could have so many designs and stuff. And the one thing I would say is, when you're creating a character, is that don't let your character have the same face syndrome. You know what I mean? Just gonna add a little bit of darkness there. And a lot of people have troubles with same face syndrome. But, you know, it's all about practicing. Practice on paper. Don't make it perfect. It's basically just practice. But yeah. Practice makes perfect. Hatching here too. Maybe a little bit of hatching here since it's a little bit dark and it's kind of fading out. This is the only technique I would consider, like, you know, it's kind of similar to blending to pencil. You just put a dark layer of that ink and then you just hatch mark into almost like blending. But yeah, it's almost done. And there you go. There's my character, the dad of Chloe. But yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoyed the advice I gave you, or you want to see, or you want to use this challenge, right? If you're interested, give it a try. It's a really good exercise for art. If you may want to use it, don't cheat. Don't cheat. But you know, list a couple things that it's hard for you to draw, like a characteristic, and add things that you like to draw. Don't make it hard on yourself if you're doing this challenge. But hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll post a final, you know, product of him in watercolor on Instagram. It's Horizon Studio, and see you tomorrow. Have a good day.